Huskers wrapped up spring practice number 10 here on Tuesday. Hi, Sean Callahan with HuskerOnline.com. We caught up with head coach Matt Rhule and gave us first thoughts on the scrimmage they held this past Saturday where a number of key veteran players were held out.
Just the guys who've been kind of on that pitch count. So, we did about an hour's worth of practice first. So we did Indy, 7-on-7, 9-on-7, 1-on-1 pass rush. We did Spring League 2 minute, so all those guys got all that work. But then we held out Ty and Nash, who we've been holding out of all the live stuff. Tommy and Giff, Keese. On offense, I held out Ben Hart, Ben Scott, and Jamal Banks. Fidone got a little work. So the guys who have a ton of reps or something like that, to me, once you hit 1,000 reps, it's kind of like, let the young guys play. So, but for the most part, we had, everyone else I thought really competed. We came out of it pretty healthy, which was great. And for us, it's like a blood test. You send your blood off, they tell you how you're doing, and for us as coaches to see what we're doing well, for the players to see what they did well. A lot of good things came out of the scrimmage, but we did hold a couple guys.
And that philosophy on resting veterans during the spring is something that really dates back to Matt Rhule's time as a player at Penn State.
Yeah, I'm not going to scrimmage those 5 or 6 guys, 7 guys at any point. It's kind of how I've always done in my career. I learned it from Coach Paterno. Once you were like a 5th-year senior, just kind of, if you had been a multi-year starter, you didn't do a ton. We do more here team-wise, but I can't say specifically in the spring game because we might change that. But as it relates to this Saturday, I would assume we'd hold some of those guys.
Rhule also updated the play of the quarterbacks and what he saw in that scrimmage on Saturday.
I thought they were really good. It's a really hard defense to go against. And I thought we protected the ball well, which was the first thing, right? Like we're on a mission to be in the positive territory on turnover margin. So I think there was only 1 turnover on the day through a lot of reps. I thought they handled all the pressures. I thought they adjusted all the different things. But the biggest thing is, get into the stadium for the first time and I put crowd noise on, so you can't have coaches out there like, no, cut your split. Coaches are the worst, so they want to tell guys what to do. So I put crowd noise on so you couldn't hear from the sideline, and it's just wanted to test the guys and see what they knew. And a lot of things to work on, but a lot of positive things. So I think we've made a lot of strides in a short amount of time.
As Rhule turns the page to 2024, a big emphasis will be turnovers, as Nebraska turned it over 31 times a year ago.
Yeah, well, we just push it on both sides, and then the result of I don't get caught up in the result. To me, it's like I was laughing. What was great about the scrimmage for me on Saturday is normally you stand back there by yourself. I was back there. I made Nash. Nash had a clipboard out there. He was charting things for Terrence. I don't know what he was charting. I had Ty out there. I had Giff, and I was telling Giff, like, the hard thing as the head coach is when you create a turnover, you're fired up for the defense, you're angry at the offense, and vice versa. So rarely are you really happy in a scrimmage. You give up a big play. Great job offense. What are we doing on defense? So, really it's just more about the process of it. Like, are we on defense? Are we attacking the ball? Are we punching at the ball? Are we, the quarterbacks weren't live, so that most of your turnovers come from the quarterback position. And then offensively, are we protecting the ball? And, the quarterbacks might not turn the ball over because they're not getting hit, but if they have one hand on the ball in the pocket, it's eventually going to be a problem. So I just try to stay very process-oriented and look at the tape. But, yeah, we're trying to push it on both ends because, we had 31 turnovers last year. That's obviously way, way, way too many. We only took the ball away 14 times, including on special teams once. So taking the ball away 13 times is not nearly enough. You look at most championship caliber teams, like they're in the 20s. So we're pushing it on both ends.
It was wide receiver day here as well, as we caught up with wide receivers coach Garrett McGuire as he's breaking in a couple of new transfers in Isaiah Nayor and Jamal Banks.
Yes, sir. I think the big thing about both those guys is they've made plays in college football, and then also they're the right people. When it comes to leadership, football guys, right? Both of those guys know all 3 spots. They know what the Y is going to do. They know where the quarterback's eyes are. So, just showing kind of how they prepare to those young guys and mentoring them has been a huge thing for our room.
And both have physical size, which in the Big Ten you need.
Yes, sir. I think because, this conference is obviously a big conference. You play in a lot of cold weather games. So a lot of times you're going to want a big possession type of guy or, just a big body receiver in the red zone in tight spaces. I think that's always friendly for a quarterback.
For Naor, this is his second transfer stop. He came to Nebraska via Texas. Before that, he was at Wyoming.
It honestly, it's felt like home since I first came here. You know, met the coaches, met the players. You know, everything was smooth, and I came here and everything just started clicking. You know, so I've been enjoying my time here, and I'm looking forward to, making a lot of memories here.
Then we heard from Alex Bullock, who's the veteran of that room right now for Nebraska.
Yeah, I had a little experience last year when some of the guys went down. But yeah, it's definitely different. Getting used to that leadership role, trying to be one of the older guys, the veterans in the room. You know, first guy up at every drill. Outside of football, just making sure guys are okay, doing the right things and all that. So.
And for Bullock, another exciting thing for him in 2024 is his older brother John decided to come back for his 6th season.
To be honest, I thought he was leaving. I thought he was going to be done, but he did. I just said, follow what your heart says, and I didn't even know he was doing it until I saw on social media that he posted. He never told me. So, but yeah, I think he was leaning towards leaving, but he decided he had unfinished business here and he wanted to come back. So.
Some other interesting notes Matt Rule shared. Linebacker Vincent Shavers, the true freshman from Miami, has been a story.
I hate talking about freshmen, but I certainly would never use a freshman's nickname, but they call him V9, and he plays football the way you want it played. So I say all that to say, I normally wouldn't want to say it, but he's earned the right to have someone talk about him. He flies around. I don't know if he's perfect yet. He's got a lot of probably work to do football-wise, but he loves to play the game. He's unbelievably grateful. There's no entitlement to him. He works hard. Everything from academics to community service to football, he puts his heart and soul into. He's a blessing to be around the building, and it's the type of kid you want to coach.
And then finally, the transfer portal opened up here on Monday. It's a 15-day spring window. Nebraska's final 2 weeks of practice will fall during those 15 days.
I think if anybody on our team wants to go in the portal, it's open today. That's their right. Obviously no one has yet. I don't anticipate anybody going in. When we get done with spring, we'll have a couple guys will have a couple days to see if something's best for them. Our guys are really transparent. We've had players on our team already have people from other teams contact them. Come in, walk in, say, "Coach, look at this. Show us a text message. Show us this." It's a sad state of college football when, But the problem's not the players. Let me start there. The problem's not the players. So, I love our guys. I want everyone to be here. But I also want them, we had guys transferred to other places last year. I've talked to their coaches. I've talked to them, how they doing. And once you played for me, you play for me for life. So, maybe it's a unique challenge in terms of some guys, but we're pretty transparent with our guys. If they want to come talk to us, we're here to talk to them. I ask the coaches after scrimmages to meet with guys one-on-one. I'm always available. So I just don't think it's really prudent, and maybe this is Pollyannish, but I don't think it's prudent for me to coach guys thinking about the portal, because the worst thing you can ever do for a young person is not have high standards for them and not push them to greatness. So if you're afraid of pushing them because they might go to the portal, then probably don't have the right guy anyway. I'm sure things will happen, good, bad, but we're just going to coach the guys, try to get the team better, and pour everything we have into our players, both on the field, off the field, and personally. And if something happens, it happens.
Huskers back Thursday for practice number 11. Reporting with the Nebraska football team in Lincoln, I'm Sean Callahan of HuskerOnline.com.